What's up? What's up? Hi, Luigi. Why? Why? Is that what you just said to me, Jack? You said why? You're my mod. You do what I say. I go live when I want to go live. You moderate when I go live. Those are the rules. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. So pissed at Trump for ending foreign aid. How about him coming after FEMA? The fucking guy. Guys get rid of FEMA. Oh dear God, chat, we may be cooked every day. The new thing outdoes the last thing. And then it just leaves it behind. You just forget about the last thing he did because the next thing he does is so outlandish, and then nobody does nothing about the last thing he fucking did. Like, guys, don't forget, we're all still female, according to the US government. And we're moving on. And this sounds like a joke, and it's funny, but it's not a joke. We're moving on. We're like, oh, Trump's going to cut FEMA. Trump's going to cut foreign aid. Guys, we're all females. Crazy shit happens, and then crazier shit happens, and nobody does anything about the crazy shit that happened first. Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. Denying financial aid to California? Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. Withdrawn 20,000 troops from Europe? Yeah, because he's going to pull us out of NATO. And if we're not part of NATO, we're not going to be welcome in those nations no more. Put the stream sideways? I can't because I started the stream on YouTube Shorts, which is long ways. I'm sorry. He just stopped cancer research. Yeah, probably cancer cure research, because, you know, if they have a cure to cancer, then his healthcare industry giants, billionaires that are like, you know, yes men, they can't profit off of cancer treatment. When does Congress get to step in? Bro, he owns Congress. Congress is entirely owned by the Republican Party. Sure, there's a handful of Democrats left in it, but it's predominantly right-wing. Same thing with the like checks and balances. The separation of powers is dead. I can't. Eventually, you're gonna realize it's over. Like, I can tell you it's over, but it's not gonna hit you until you accept it. It's over. It's over. The American experiment is over. Don't even get me started, Mr. Elon. I think you mean Herr Elon. Herr Elon. Elon. Mein Kamerad. Elon. How does it end? I don't know. I don't know. Should I go live on the computer? We could share a screen. We could watch some stuff together. Should we watch things together? Should we watch stuff together? The fuck would we watch? More Trump shit? More Trump shit? Yes, we should. Yeah, but we gotta have something to watch. Yeah, something to talk about. Something to do. Have the Americans not revolted yet? Because we're a bunch of pussies, bro. All we care about are our sweet treats. As long as we can get our sweet treats, we ain't gonna revolt. Hi, baby boy. Hi, Bubba. You're trying to focus on positive things, you know? Like what? Like what? You could watch Walter Masterson's recent video of him interviewing all those white supremacists. Go over some news. Oh, like the fucking, Patriot Front. You guys like seeing Luigi? It's 220 years. Hi, how you doing? Trying to decide whether I should go live on the computer and we could watch something. Maybe a little quick news coverage of Walter Masterson or the goddamn fucking Nazis that marched in DC today. Heard about the general strike? No, there is no fucking general strike, brother. You out of your mind? You think Americans organize and protest en masse? Fucking delusional. Yeah, because a fucking protest is gonna undo this. Are you out of your fucking mind? Didn't know what happened in DC? Thousands of Nazis showed up in DC wearing these masks to cover their faces and their identities in solidarity with Elon Musk and Trump, celebrating Trump's victory. I ain't screaming at the top of my lungs for anything, bro. No, people say cute winter boots. They're not going to get themselves in trouble. They're just not doing anything. They've fallen for state propaganda. The whole cute winter boots trend had to have been started by some sort of federal agent. And it's the same thing with like those dumb motherfuckers who weren't buying Starbucks during the Israel's genocide against the Gazans. It's designed to make you feel like you're actually doing something and then prevent you from showing up to actual physical protests, right? You're like, oh, well, I'm spreading the message. I'm like the Mockingjay. I'm recruiting people. It's designed to make you feel like you're doing something when you're actually not doing anything. Ben & Jerry's is actually actually trying to get people to organize, giving them dates and locations and shit. But like the kids speaking in code and writing letters out in caps that spell out the word revolt, like, no, it's just the cringiest fucking shit I ever did see. Now what you should be doing is when you go to these protests, bring some soup, because people got hungry at these protests. Bring as many cans of soup as you possibly can, because people will be hungry. And you could hand out cans of soup, like Campbell's soup, for people who are hungry. You crack it open, eat it right there. Then you gotta heat it up. You gotta love soup. Hi, beans. It's just soup for my family. That's all it is. You also gonna be protesting? Oh, fuck yeah. A couple days from now, I found out where a bunch of ICE agents are in Brooklyn. Me and my team are going in with a camera crew, and we're going to try and disturb the ICE agents during their investigation. Only enough for them to not detain us. I don't want to... Because I know these motherfuckers are former military. They don't give a fuck about the rule of law. They'll wrongfully detain us. Plus, a couple of the guys in my film crew are people of color. So I don't want them to get in any trouble. But we're going to go fuck with ICE in Brooklyn as much as we possibly can on Monday. We're getting it all on film. Oh, it's crazy to me. There are like people whose parents are, like their dads are ICE agents. That's got to be so embarrassing. Just stay safe, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm a fucking white kid. They ain't gonna touch me. They ain't gonna touch me. Crazy how quickly. I always knew this nation would eventually fall to fascism, but I didn't anticipate the speed in which it would happen. You know, like the speed in which like he takes over and then the fascist policies are enacted. I thought it would take a year of his 4 years. I didn't think he'd do it all or begin it within the first month. Yeah, there's water in it. Bean? Never thought it'd be this quick, you know what I'm saying? This is a short amount of time. I think TikTok is gone, by the way. I don't think this is TikTok no more. You want to see beans? Bean? Beans? I ain't seeing no TikToks from Europeans. Or Brits. I don't know if you guys know this, but the entire fucking planet is protesting in solidarity of us, you know, in response to Trump being the president. I ain't seeing no coverage of that. I ain't seeing no BBC no more. I ain't seeing no Al Jazeera. I ain't seeing nothing other than American fucking news. It's interesting. It's interesting. Oh, you joined the DSA chapter? Good shit, brother. Oh, you're gonna join the DSA chapter. Nice. What I find remarkable is like I understand people still supporting Trump. You're not going to be able to convince everybody to stop supporting Trump this quickly. I understand that. I also understand people standing on their toes going, Elon Musk did not Sig Heil. What I don't understand are people who hated Nazis their whole lives suddenly saying that like Nazi shit is not that bad or Sig Heiling themselves simply because they will refuse to admit that Elon Musk did something, right? It's like, if you voted for Trump, like you didn't vote for Elon Musk, why are you so unwilling to even call him out. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? What is DSA? Democratic Socialists of America. I'm a card-carrying member of the DSA. I'm trying to help get Zohran Mamdani, a member of the New York City Council, elected as the New York City mayor. He's a Democratic Socialist. He's got great plans. I'm trying to get involved in New York City local politics. Eventually, maybe run for mayor, run for governor. I don't know. Maybe I'll skip the whole fucking thing, pull a Trump and say, fuck it to climbing the ladder. I'll just run for president when I'm 35. Bing! You Post Malone or Jesus? I am pre-Malone, also known as Jesus the Christ. Excuse me. Talking about the Library of Alexandria, that shit got burnt the fuck down. It was most likely an accident. Can't even talk about being anti-fascist in the TikTok comments. Yeah, it's remarkable. Guys, if you think you could run shit in your local city better than the people who are in charge, it's probably because you can run shit better than the people who are currently in charge. It's probably because you can. You might as well just run. Goddamn. City leaders have completely run us out. Water for refineries, the bar is really low. For Massachusetts. Oh, that's crazy. I live in Oklahoma. Almost everyone I know that did vote voted for Trump. You live in Oklahoma, bro. No shame. No tea, no shade. The education levels in Oklahoma are abhorrent. The less educated you are, the more likely you are to vote for Trump. That's just data. Tell Mama said hi. What does that mean? Good night, chat. Good night, Perez. What? You want me to play with the string? Where's your string? Is banned on TikTok currently? Yeah, I'm banned on TikTok Live. Banned again? Yeah, I don't think it's coincidental, bro. Good Trouble, another leftist, 7 million followers. His whole account got banned. I don't think it's coincidental. Come on, bees. I got a string right here. Yeah, TikTok is basically coming to an end. But you know, I've been growing the YouTube audience. We're doing the work. Cool nose ring? I got a nose ring. I still use TikTok. Yeah, I mean, I'm still using it, but it's definitely not the same as it was. Yeah, YouTube's definitely OG. Yeah, I heard Black History Month was federally canceled. Get well soon. I got that too. That flag. I got that flagged as well. Keep hearing stuff on TikTok about he helped get finished apartments in North Carolina. Folks, I think they were able to do that so quickly after inauguration. They didn't. It's not true. I saw that too. It's not true at all. I saw that. They were like, you probably, do you see from older millennial? That guy's like notorious for just lying in every single post. That's not true. Sure, there were probably a couple of people that they used as a photo op that they got fucking apartments, but there's still an absolute fuckload of people in North Carolina still living out of tents. Hi, Beans. Is this a leftist channel? Yes, sir. How you doing? I'm your friendly democratic socialist, Chris Valenti. I'm here to help turn young kids into leftists before they make the mistake of voting for Donald Trump again in the 2028 election when he runs for his third term. You sure your cat? I'm playing with him right now. He's down there. He didn't donate a dime of that money he's made off the new meme coins either. Oh, I know. Should automatically start a ride over the third term. Well, yeah, but this is why, like, what have I been saying for years? I've been saying that the Trump rats, the MAGA rats, they're in a cult. They don't have any beliefs anymore. They will just do whatever God King Donald Trump says. If God King Donald Trump says he wants a third term, they're going to fucking praise him. Do anymore, but you don't understand videos? Yeah, but I'll probably keep them entirely political and try to... Dude, I plan on spending like every single day for the next 4 years slowly dismantling Donald Trump's administration. I want to do everything I can, any sort of subterfuge, anything that I can to make this administration weaker. I think we the people should do about a third term. Well, the thing is, it's most likely a distraction so that we pay more attention to his third term claims while he does other shit under the table. However, we need to pay attention to him when the time comes, and I've literally talked about this on live, that there's going to be a day called Reckoning Day, which is it's Inauguration Day 2028. That's when you got to make a decision what nation you want to live in and whether you're willing to actually fight for it. Beans. Would you take 12 scooters to the shin at 100 miles per hour to stop world hunger? No, I'm actually pro-world hunger, believe it or not. I'm a huge leftist, believe in, workers' rights and whatnot, but I like when people are hungry. Keeps them motivated. Keep a motherfucker hungry, he'll work. That is absolutely sarcasm. I'm joking. Too late, clipped. Nice. As a leftist, what are your thoughts on cutting taxes? I really don't even think that you need to cut taxes for people as much as you need to increase taxes for the 1%. I think 90% taxes for the 1% would do. And I mean that. Say you make your business profits $1 billion a year. Well, then I think that your stockholders and you should be taxed 90% on all of that profit. And if your business is profiting $1 billion a year, $900 million is going to go back into your state, and build up the infrastructure. And you get to keep that $100 million profit for the year. And if you can't survive off of $100 million, then you don't deserve to breathe. Jesus. Hi, Sophie. Et nome di Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancto. I got a happy birthday, Amira, for my niece. Happy birthday, Amira. How are you? I'm good, J-Boy. How you doing? Dog smile? No, bro, because if I smile, you're going to finish. I want you to keep holding it. In nome di Padre et Filii et Spiritus Sancto. I hear that. So why do we punish successful people? They actually are living the American dream. You think that somebody surviving off of $100 million a year is being punished? You need to understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that their money will go back into making the infrastructure of these cities better, into creating social safety nets. I'm saying that the money that they are, you understand how they're making that money? They're making that money off of your labor. They're making the money off of the labor of hundreds of thousands of employees, right? That labor is then going to create profit, and that profit, they'll still have $100 million. It's saying that there's no way for you to possibly need any more than $100 million a year, right? So if you take that remaining money and you put it into things like creating high-speed transit or creating a social safety net for the most disenfranchised people in your neighborhood to get like a shower, a shave, a fresh pair of clothes, and help them write a job resume so they can go try and get like a job at like a fast food joint, you know? Anything like that. Colleges, hospitals. What motivates them to seek more money and make new products? If you put a cap, it's not a cap. I said 90% taxes. If you make $1 billion, that means you spend $900 million in taxes. You profit $100 million. If you make $2 billion, you're going to profit $200 million. You could still keep making money. It would actually probably drive businesses to be more successful than they already are because of how much money is going to be taken from their pocket and put back into the system, right? If you want to really, really make a lot of money, you're going to have to make a fucking $100 billion business because you're getting taxed at 90%. What kind of cat do you have? He's all black. 10% tax across the board no matter what you make. That's fair, I think. I don't think that's fair at all, no. Because 10% taxes to somebody who makes like $20,000 a year is absolutely devastating. Meanwhile, 10% taxes to somebody who makes $2 million a year is just a drop in the bucket. It's not about making it fair across the board in terms of everyone pays the exact same. It's about making it fair across the board in terms of nobody's life is going to be infringed upon or in danger based on the amount of money that they're spending in taxes, right? And also those who can afford to pay more that will speed up the productivity of our society should be paying more, bro. Rather than them spending the money on fucking mega yachts and private jets, that money can be making our country better. Nations indisputably, demonstrably, they are more successful when the education levels are higher. The more educated people you have in your nation, the more ingenuity there is, the more technological advancement there is, the more everything, right? The higher the economy is. These are all things that we should be using our money on, is increasing the education system. Tyler be tweaking, but I'm the only one who can see the messages. That's funny as fuck. 90% of 40,000 sounds worse than 10%. I said 90% taxes for the fucking 1%. Do you guys listen? Do you have fucking ears, or do you only listen to what you want to hear? If you're making $40,000 a year, you are not only are you not in the 1%, you are literally impoverished. Making $40,000 a year is poverty levels. That is poverty. You're living in poverty. I'm 11, I want to be a lawyer and go to Cornell Law School. That's cool, brother. Keep up. Always, keep studying and, stay in school. When I was a kid and people said stay in school, I thought that was like a joke because, like, no shit, I'm going to stay in school. But like dead ass, now that I'm older and I understand how many people don't, like fucking, yo, kids, stay in school. Unfortunately, someone didn't finish school. Happens. Moving on. Opinion on closing the border. Safety for security. There's no such thing as closing the border. The border's always been closed. That's the most ridiculous fucking sentence ever. Are you trying to say that there are areas where we literally go, come on in, man, illegally? Come on in. No. We have a border that is closed, where you are only allowed to enter through designated entry zones, right? So what does that mean? It means that we have a problem with people who are illegally crossing the border. That doesn't mean that the border isn't closed. The border's closed. What I would say is if you want to slow down the amount of illegal immigrants that are coming into this nation, you should probably focus on increasing the speed in which the legal migration process takes. Because currently, seeking asylum on the southern border takes, on average, 1,632 days. That's 6 years. For some people, it takes 10 years. Some people, it takes 2 weeks. But on average, it takes 6 years from the time that you make your asylum claim to the time that you enter the United States is 6 years. That is why we have tent cities all over the southern border where people are living with their children while they wait for their court date, right? So what ends up happening? These people end up finding out that the cartel down the road, they'll take you across the border tomorrow night for a small fee, right? And then you're gonna have to live as an undocumented immigrant. And what do? You go get a job somewhere that'll hire an undocumented immigrant, and that job is in agriculture, and it's in a large Tyson chicken plant, right? And you're working on a farm tending to chickens, like in a Tyson chicken plant, and then you realize that you're getting paid pennies on the dollar. You're getting paid way less than that white guy who's like actually from Texas or something, who's an American citizen. But you can't really say anything to your boss, because what are you going to do? Your boss is just going to either fire you or replace you with another undocumented worker. You can't call the police or you'll get deported. Meanwhile, every purchase that you make, like every time you go buy a water bottle, you're paying sales taxes on it. You are participating in the economy. You can't ever pull out from welfare programs or social programs or disability programs or Social Security simply because you don't have a Social Security number. So yeah, I think that if you really care about illegal immigration, you should it's a two-pronged issue. One, you should want to increase the speed in which the legal migration process comes. And two, you should start holding CEOs and conglomerates accountable for using indentured servitude and using undocumented immigrants for wage slavery. Just here for the Tyler crash out. I barely see that. Dog life sucks. You hardly doing anything in Home Depot. What the fuck? You doing all right, man? You seem pretty down lately. Fuck you mean? Pretty down. Like, what? No, I'm not pretty down. Just a bunch of letters and an icon, but just checking. No, I'm good, bro. Bro, I'm exhausted. I was up all night fucking. I'm not kidding. I'm exhausted. And all day. If you tap on his name, you can see the messages I removed. Let's see. Oh, I can't see the messages he removed. Thanks for the conversation. Have a great night, man. You too, man. Immigration and asylum are two different things, but you don't seem to know the difference. What? Dude, seeking asylum is when somebody wants to come in because they're in danger, right? They're running from another nation. They're still an immigrant. They're still immigrating to the United States. But the way that they're doing it is through seeking asylum. That's why I said that the average amount of time it takes to seek asylum on the southern border is 6 years. Of course, there's plenty of different ways to immigrate. But the people who are coming over here illegally, most of them are seeking asylum. They're running away from their dangerous nations because we sent the CIA to do like 67 different coups d'etats in South America during the Cold War. Every time these nations tried to elect socialist leadership, We sent the CIA to fucking arm rebels, slaughter the elected officials, and put in a fascist dictator that was also a puppet of the American State Department. Those people then made tight relationships with the cartels across those nations, and they riddled those nations with violence. And now the people, the citizens of those nations, are fleeing up north, and every nation they get to, it's the same fucking story, because the Americans have fucked with their nations ever since. And they finally make all the way to the southern border, and all they want to do is seek safety, which is exactly the American dream, is coming over to America. I mean, we have a lady in the harbor over here in New York that says, "Give us your tired and give us your poor," you know. But from what nations? Every single nation in South America has had a CIA coup d'etat. Almost every single nation. I think there's a handful that didn't. But you could name a South American nation, I'll tell you whether or not the CIA committed a coup d'etat there. Do you know what a coup d'etat is, Maximus? Like a military takeover of the government? Argentina, yes. Peru, yes. So you know what a coup d'etat is? Yeah, you can name South American nations. I'll tell you whether or not they had a coup d'etat there. Whether America coup d'etat their nation. No, I don't speak French, brother. Colombia. Yes. What are your opinions on Kamala? Oh, she fucking sucked. She was a terrible pick. She ran a terrible campaign. Brazil, yes. French Guiana, no. Help me, man. India, Sihan? No. Belize, no. I don't even think that's in South America, is it? I'm gonna go to college for political science, law, and history. Nice. It's in Central America? Cool. I don't know. There's a coup d'etat there. Ow. Cuba, yes. Where do I donate to you that benefits you the best? YouTube. I don't have anything else set up right now. I mean, I'm going to be setting up a Patreon one day, but right now on YouTube, I get like a good cut. I think I get 70%. Whatever you donate, I get 70, YouTube gets 30. Thanks for the $5, bro. Appreciate you. You're talking about Pete Hegseth being the SecDef? Oh, we're fucked. Bro, I got buddies in the Marines. Even they text me. They're like, bro, we're fucked. These are guys who voted Trump. And they're like, dude, we're fucked. Pete Hegseth. Because you got to understand, I think, like, if you know military ranks, the amount of time that he spent in the military compared to the rank that he is like an 04 or some shit. That's a horrible sign. That's a sign of failure. That's not a sign of good leadership. That's a sign of, like, failure. You've been in the military for 12 years and you only hit 04. That's, like, pitiful. On top of that, the guy abuses women, and he's like a fucking raging alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea, buddy? Me? No idea about what? '04 is on track for 12 years. Regardless, even if you think that it's on track for 4 years, then '04 should not be fucking the highest rank in the entire military. The Secretary of Defense is in control of the entire military. You should have at least been a fucking colonel or a goddamn general before that. Yes, and 98% of my Marines are happy for Pete Vance and Trump. Your Marines are fucking stupid as shit. But that's also, that tracks. And this is coming from a guy who, dude, I'm from a military family. The military is thank you for the $10, Furcus. The military is some of the least educated people in the United States. How many of your fucking Marines joined so they could get enough money to go to college? The proof is in the fucking pudding. I'm going to bed. Good night, Ash. What do you say? Going into the union would be a good way to get into politics? Going into the union, I don't know what you mean. I hope every movie gets spoiled for you in advance. Jack, put her in the corner for 60 seconds. Aren't the officers and generals educated? Yeah, they are. Yeah. The overwhelming majority of the military is not officers and generals. Most Marines get a better education in the Marine Corps than anyone go to college, so you don't have to defend Marine buddies. Okay, so Maximus, this is also because you're a Marine. You're proving my point right now. You think that you can get an education in the Marines. That's not an education. Sure, you can get some fucking life skills. You can get smarter. There's a difference between being smart and being educated. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm not calling Marines dumb. I'm saying that you're not educated. Now, what does that mean? I'll break it down for you. It means that your education level is less than mine. Most civilians have higher education levels than most military members. Why is that? Because a lot of people join the military out of a state of desperation. They don't have the money for life. They don't have the money for college. They don't have any plans moving forward. So they join the military in order to get that money, get that GI Bill, go to college, get that free fucking Mustang. That's kind of the point for a lot of people. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It means your education level is less than, because your education level is probably either a GED or high school degree. I'm not saying you, because you're an officer, clearly. But you, the hypothetical you, the Marine, the Army soldier, the fucking, well, maybe not Air Force, but that's the whole point. That's why a lot of people join the military, is because they don't have the money for the education, and they want the money. I have certification and 36 credits towards a college education, but I haven't stepped foot on campus. See what I'm saying, though? You have you have a college education. Bro, you're proving my point. It's not about like you were saying, you're like, they have more education than you can get on a college campus. You're getting a college education. You don't have to be on the campus. We just found that out during COVID. Fucking everybody was taking classes online. You don't have to go to a college campus. You're still getting a college education. You yourself are getting a college education. Right now. What the fuck? How are you doing mentally? I'm good. Going into the union, yeah, I mean, what do you mean the union, bro? There's unions everywhere. It depends on what field you're in. Hello, darling. Hello, Joik. Hi, Bean. I got the string, Bean. Back to Hegseth not being qualified. Yeah, no, he's just not qualified. Electrical union? Oh, yeah, definitely get into a union. How long did you go to college? I think 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. I would generally love to sit down and disband every invalid argument. And disband? Do you mean dismantle? Another example of the college education that we're talking about, brother. You meant dismantle. Oh, Jesus. Grandpa was in the Navy for 22 years because he needed to get out of the company mining town he grew up in. It's 100% out of desperation. Well, that's what it is for a lot of people. That's what it was for my dad. That's what it was for my uncle. That's what it was for my grandfather. Hegseth went to Princeton, though? So? Motherfucker. Bro, like, just because you go to college, we're having this conversation right now with our Marine guy here. Just because you go to college doesn't make you smart. It just means you got an education. Your fucking mommy and daddy can pay for you to go to college. You can spend the whole fucking time getting drunk and doing drugs and fucking sleeping around. You still have the education. Like, you got the degree, the paper. Doesn't fucking mean you're smart. The same way that you could be smart and not have an education, right? That's the point. They're two different things. You're not dumb because you don't have an education, and you're not smart because you do. And education is one thing, and being smart is another. It's all about what you do with your education, how you apply that education. You went to college, but what proves you're smart? I don't know. Nothing really proves I'm smart. You just gotta, like, it's your opinion, really, I guess. I mean, unless you believe in, like, IQ levels. I've never done an IQ test. I don't know what the fuck to do with that. Message redacted. Why? What'd you say? Why is that message redacted? Hi, Beans. Come get the string. I got it. Typo? Oh. Told me a lot about how complex choosing to vote is. Thanks. Although I'm not old enough yet, you really opened my eyes. Most of my family are pro-Trump, but I'm still sort of conflicted. Come to your own conclusions. You know, you gotta do your own research, and you really gotta dig. And you gotta understand that both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, like when it comes to politicians, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about fattening their pockets. That's why I'm a democratic socialist. You know, I'm not a liberal. I ain't no conservative. I'm a democratic socialist, and there's really nobody that stands for my values other than Bernie fucking Sanders. I would just love to see you debate somebody for an hour. I do that on TikTok. Well, I did do it on TikTok. Why sit here and talk to us? I don't know. It's fun. I find it intellectually satisfying. But I'm not gonna be live for too long. I gotta go to bed soon. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm fucking tired. And I gotta make a YouTube video tomorrow. Nah, I'm talking negative right now. Dude, nothing I'm saying is negative. You just don't agree with my politics. Therefore, you hate everything that's coming out of my mouth. Nothing I've said has been negative. We've been talking about advocating for social safety nets and shit. Nothing I've said has been negative. You just disagree with my politics. That's all it is. Any spoilers on the vid? Yeah, we're gonna be shitting on a lot of Democrat politicians who are fucking cowards. Hi, Beanie. Oh, I'm a dude, by the way. My bad. Most helpful outcome of the current administration? I haven't seen anything good from the Trump administration yet. Hear about the ICE raid on the school? I don't know if that's true, but I heard about it. I don't know if it's true or not. You misinterpreted the negative. I just want to see you debate somebody so your trash opinions can be brought to light. Bro, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad at me? My trash opinions can be brought... Well, can I ask you, can you name one of my trash opinions? Because you seem to have a lot of vitriol towards me. Can you please tell me which one of my opinions you have such a problem with? Just give me one. Do you think Kamala would have done a good job? I don't think she would have been a theocratic fascist. But no, I don't think she would have done a good job. Do you see any? I don't know. I don't have any faith in Trump. Beans. We didn't even have a primary, did we? Nope. Another reason why I fucking thought Kamala Harris was an insane pick. She wasn't even picked. Nobody got to choose her. His comic got banned. Whose comment got banned? Maximos? Maximos, if you said something, I didn't get to see it. My bad. It got banned, the comment. You're a socialist view on society and felt that if someone else is more successful than you, not than you, oh my God, we're off to a rough start, that you should be compensated with an I. I genuinely disagree with just about everything you say. Okay, so you haven't given me a single one of my trash policies. I don't think that somebody more successful than you, that I should be compensated because someone, that's not what I believe in. That's not one of my policies. Like, you said that all of my trash opinions would come to light. I'm asking you to please tell me one of my trash opinions that you hate so much, because you seemingly are filled with a lot of hatred and vitriol, and you're channeling it towards me. You really don't like me. I want to know one of my opinions. What is it that you hate so much? Which one of my trash opinions? You just said the whole thing. You were like, you're a socialist. That's not a trash opinion. Tell me one trash opinion. Just one. The handles on your cupboards are uneven? Fuck you mean, bro? I don't give a shit. Real question, is revolution inevitable? Eventually, yeah. What are your opinions on Harry Hassan? I think he's cool. I just think he's too young for people to take him serious. Bro can't answer your question. It's okay. I don't blame him. He's a jarhead. He's probably just, and I love Marines, man. He's probably just used to, getting orders and following them. It's easier to accept? Yeah, I know. How would you fix this country? That's a very deep, long-winded question. If you want to ask like one or two things, I mean, I think one of the first things that you would have to do is completely and entirely ban lobbying, get rid of Citizens United, get rid of super PACs, make bribing elected officials completely fucking illegal, get rid of investing in the stock market if you are an elected official as well as your immediate family. You have to do a lot. Hey homie, how you doing? There's a German conservative party called the AfD, Alternative für Deutschland, right? The AfD, Alternative für Deutschland. The alternative party, the alt-right. They're literally called the alt-right party, right? What, baby boy? You got treats over there. You're good. What happened to Maximos? Where'd he go? I asked him one question and he fucking bugged out. He's gone. He's gonzo Alonzo. I was having a good conversation there. I thought I was making some ground with him. I thought we were gonna come to terms on something. Elon went to the alt-right German party rally today. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He's a fucking Nazi, bro. He grew up in apartheid South Africa. What the fuck? What did you think? He just Sig Heiled in front of the world. Now you're surprised that he's in Germany fucking advocating for Nazism? Of course. Get your fucking head out of your ass, guys. Come on. I'm letting chat know. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, guys, when people tell you who they are, believe them. You have no policies. You just said that you would love to see me debate somebody because all of my trash policies would come to light. And now I have no policies? What the fuck is going on? This is crazy. Bro, you keep moving the goalposts. I just asked you a simple question. Which one of my policies is trash? Which one of my fucking beliefs is trash? Excuse me. Since I think it's easy to say America is no longer the greatest country in the world, then who is? We haven't been the greatest country in the world for a very long time. I don't think there is a greatest country in the world. All countries have their mishaps, their downsides. He went to a far-right party? No, he went, there's a far-right Nazi party in Germany that's up on the rise, and he went to Germany and spoke at their, victory rally and told them not to be ashamed of their past, referencing their Nazi grandparents. What is your plan on, where is your plan for tax cuts or hours energy instructor? I mean, I don't have any plans for energy instructor. I don't know what the energy instructor is, but when it comes for tax cuts, I think that, yeah, you could cut the taxes for people who make less than $200,000 a year, increase the taxes for people who make more, and then when it gets to the 1%, you could raise their taxes up to 90%. We just talked about this. But I also think it's really about the reallocation of taxes that are the problem. Like, your tax dollars shouldn't go like 75% to wartime production, you know, the military-industrial complex, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. I think that we should not send the military as much money as we send them. Some of that money can go into creating fucking schools, colleges, hospitals, social safety nets, homeless shelters, VAs, a lot of shit. Read up on comments if you care. I've said opinions. Not the best for the country, but you don't move. So that's the thing. I don't know how your parents raised you, but my parents didn't raise me like a coward, right? I don't run from my problems. Like, for example, I love this apartment. If the apartment started to get a leak, I wouldn't just run from the apartment and go get a new one. I try to fix the leak. And I love America. I love America. And what I see right now is a problem with fascist leadership rising. I'm not going to run away from it. Maybe that's how you were raised, but that's not how I was. I'm not going to run away from it simply because it's uncomfortable. I'm going to do everything I can to try and fix the leak. Is it possible to fix inflation at all? Yeah, it's possible. It's happened before. I mean, the thing is, inflation is a never-ending thing. It's not like you can ever go back to like the rate that you were, but you can lower the rate in which inflation is rising. That's what you can do. For what reason does ICE target schools? They're not targeting schools. ICE is targeting migrants. They don't give a shit if the migrant is a child or not. Schools, they know that children of migrants are going to be in schools during school hours. Classic, if you don't like it here, leave mentality. Well, yes, but that comes from people who are like inherently cowardly, or they were raised by cowards. They're taught to run when things get hairy. I don't live by that. I'm sorry. That's not how I do things. Deflation is much worse? No, hyperinflation is the worst thing that you could have. I don't understand how inflation can't be reversed. If something was once the price before, they push it outside, then why can't it go back that way? Because as time goes on, the value of money just slowly goes down because there's more and more of everything. There's more people, there's more product, there's more demand. There's just everything. Things, I mean, unless there's an absolute collapse of like the agricultural sector, and like we start losing the food, which we're starting to see, you know. 75% of migrant agricultural workers didn't show up for work after Trump was inaugurated because they're scared that ICE is going to be there to deport them. We're already seeing an increased price of fruits and vegetables that are grown within the United States, American grown, not even foreign grown. We have the tariff to increase the foreign grown goods, but now the price of American grown goods are increasing because agricultural workers are too scared to come to work because they don't want to get deported. All right, chat's not sending? That one's sent. How bad are the tariffs going to be? Atrocious. Atrocious, dude. The Nintendo Switch is supposed to cost $400. It's a Chinese-made product. What's 60% of $400? Does anybody know? I know 50% is $200, so what, $220 or some shit like that? Is it $220? 60% of 400? It's $240? Okay, so $240 plus $400, that's $640. So the price of a Nintendo Switch is gonna go from $400 to $640 simply because it's a Chinese-made product. It's ridiculous. Wouldn't get deported if you were here legally. So that's just you just simply don't understand the migration process. When you are here illegally, you can file for asylum, and then there's also different pathways to citizenship. And you being in the Marines, I would figure that you know this. If you're an undocumented immigrant, you can join the military, and then when your contract is over, you will have a U.S. citizenship. A lot of guys that you serve with, maybe they're not comfortable telling you, but they were undocumented immigrants before they signed up for the military. You might not know this, you might not think that it's real, but you can look it up. It's completely real. We started doing that during the Civil War when a lot of Italian immigrants showed up and we didn't bring our papers. We showed up without papers. That's why they called us WAPs, right? And what they did was they handed us pamphlets on how to join the Union Army. Deport them all and hire Americans. Oh, okay, so you're just stupid. I'm sorry. You just don't understand how economies work. You want to deport 20 million people and you think that'll fix the economy. Okay. And hire Americans, yeah. No. You think that the fucking guys who just spent $500 billion to create an AI data farm are gonna hire Americans, bro? They're gonna be hiring a fucking robot before they hire you. Not true. You know what is true? Elon Musk had 2,800 American workers at a Texas Tesla factory. He fired all 2,800 workers and then replaced them with 2,600 H-1B visa workers. All of those are immigrants, right? He then paid the H-1B visa workers less money than he was paying the American workers because he doesn't care about you or American values. Maybe that's something that you should be worried about. Is that something you're concerned about? That's a real case. But however, it came out of my mouth, so it must be bullshit, right? Right, Mr. Marine? You must obtain a green card before joining. You can look it up right now yourself and in the chat. That's not true. How do you think I got my citizenship? So you are saying that you think you should have been deported instead of been given the opportunity to become a citizen through joining the United States military? You just said that you got your citizenship by joining the U.S. military, yes? Is that what you just said, Maximos? Hold on, Mac, did you just say that you got your citizenship through joining the U.S. military? Do you have any opinions on Candace Owens? Yeah, she's a fucking race traitor. Look it up then. No, I'm asking you a very simple question. Did you just say that you acquired your U.S. citizenship by joining the United States military? Don't just say, I'm asking you a question, bro. Is that what you just said, or am I misconstruing what you said? Very simple. You still have to take the test while you're in. Good. Sure. Let them do that. Don't deport them. Give them an opportunity to become a U.S. citizen, a U.S. taxpayer, participate in the economy. More people, more money, baby, more business, more spenders, more taxpayers. Yes, how else would I know you, bozo? Okay, so you just said that you got your citizenship through joining the United States military. And then you also said, deport them all. Even though they can become citizens, there's different pathways, such as the one that you took. So if we went like back in time, and that policy that you're advocating for was around back when you were showing up here for the first time, you would have been deported rather than given the opportunity to become a U.S. citizen, yes? It's very ironic. It's like chickens for KFC. But I'll tell you, this mindset, you make for a perfect Marine. I'll tell you that. Just yes, sir, you know? And that's what we want in Marines. We don't want people who fucking use critical thinking or second guess things or question orders. We just want people who will say yes, sir, and keep going. So you definitely are probably good at your job. I'll give you that. Yeah, if you're here illegally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Throughout all of U.S. history, people who are here illegally have been given pathways to become U.S. citizens rather than being rounded up and deported. What you are saying is directly antithetical to all American history. What you're arguing for would be a new policy. Now, let me ask you something, Maximos. Like, I think that what we should do, because there's a lot of undocumented immigrants who committed violent crimes and then they were thrown in prison. American prisons. Our tax dollars are paying for those people. I think those people should be deported, right? Violent criminals that are illegal immigrants. Do you agree with me there? Let's have a middle ground. Do you agree that violent criminals who are also here illegally and are in American prisons should be deported back to whatever nation they came from? Yes or no? Would you agree there? Maximos, would you agree there? Why can't you look up the legal... Dude, answer my question, please. Excuse me. And I can't look anything up because I'm live streaming on my phone right now, bro. I can't close it to look something up. So please answer my question, Maximos. Do you agree with that, yes or no? You refuse to look this up because you're wrong? No, dude, you're on my phone. If I like, look what happens when I close this. Do you see? Do you see what happens when I close this? I'm not doing that just to look it up and fucking scroll through. I'm gonna lose viewers. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm sorry. I agree, if you're here illegally, you shouldn't be here. That's not what I said, Maximos. Why are you, aren't you a grown adult? Aren't you a grown adult? Why are you like doing like la 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 la? That's not what you said. Bro, you heard what I said. You heard what I said, right? Did you hear what I said or did you forget what I said? I'll ask it again if you'd like. Would you like that? Valenti, stop arguing with him. No, this is how you can kind of fix people. And even if you don't fix him, there's other people who are watching or probably on the fringe of where he is, and this will make them realize how stupid they sound when they make arguments like this guy. So I'll ask you one more time, Maximos, because I'm doing a multi-pronged question here, okay? Work with me. We don't need to hate each other. Work with me. I think there's between 1 and 2 million violent criminals who are also undocumented immigrants, and they are in American prisons. They have been rounded up. They have already been, they were caught committing their crimes. There's between 1 and 2 million of them. Our tax dollars are paying for them. I think they should be deported too. Do you agree there? Yes or no, Maximos? That's all I'm asking you. It's a multi-pronged question. Because I'm trying to find middle ground with you somewhere. I'm trying to find some sort of middle ground with you. Yeah, simple. Okay. Now, here's the other, it's a multi-pronged question. Now, here's the thing. Those people, I don't disagree with you. Violent criminals who are undocumented immigrants, get them out. But then, here's my question. There are, and this isn't a hypothetical, there are children, right, who were brought here illegally by their parents when they were like fucking newborns, babies, you know? I don't think that that is a crime worthy enough of deportation. Why not give these people a way to turn them into citizens? Do you think that those 6-year-old girls should be deported, or do you think they should be given a pathway to citizenship? I just want to know what you think there. That's a crime? Sure, if you want to talk about what their parents did, sure, that's a crime. But I still, even I would still argue with you there. But we're not talking about the parent. We're talking about the kid. We're talking about the kid. What do you think about the kid? Luigi, stop it! So if you commit a crime, then just deport people? If crime is your reason why deportation is only an option? No, I don't think you should be deporting people for committing crimes. Luigi! Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck? What, do you gotta think about this? I'll tell you my answer. It's a little girl. No. What the fuck did she do? No. I think you give them a pathway. You give them a test. You be like, hey, you want to be a U.S. citizen? Here's how you become a U.S. citizen. And this is just me trying to find somewhere where you're like, okay, maybe this person shouldn't be deported. I think it goes further, but I'm trying to find somewhere, bro. There's no way you think every single one of these people, including the little children, should be fucking deported. Anything. Your cousin says that we don't need to buy things from other countries. Your cousin's a fucking moron. Holy shit. How's your day going? Good. Thank you for asking. Canadian here, hoping you Americans don't get out of control. We have nowhere to flee to. You think you're gonna flee here? You fucking deranged. I ain't gonna be live for too much longer, guys, by the way. I'm fucking exhausted. Hit the gym today? No, but I did a lot of fucking, so that counts as cardio. We'll have to flee away from you if you guys go full fascist on us. Brother, we're going to be fleeing to you. Us Americans are going to be fleeing up to you. He thinks tariffs will be good because we'll start getting American-owned and pure American products. Well, why don't you tell him that, like, targeted tariffs have worked before? If you're like, hey, the American car industry is suffering, so we're going to put a tariff on Japanese cars, right? That way, the price of Japanese cars goes up and then people can buy American cars. That's a targeted tariff. That could work. But it's not targeted. It's not Japanese cars. Sorry, it's not Chinese cars. It's not Chinese home goods. It's everything from China. It's everything from Canada. It's everything from Mexico. We get so many agricultural goods from Mexico, so much oil from Canada. We get everything from China, which means that the price of those goods are going to go up. And what does that mean then? That the American manufacturers are going to increase their prices because they can get away with price gouging. For example, you get an American water bottle and it's $1, and then the Chinese water bottle is also $1. Tariff goes in. Now the Chinese water bottle is $5 and the American water bottle is $1. The American company knows, hey, everybody's going to buy my water bottle. So why don't we increase the price of the water bottle to $2? Because they're all going to buy it anyway. The Chinese one's $5, and they increase the price to $2. You still buy it. And they increase the price to $3. You still buy it because it's cheaper than the $5 one. And then $4. You still buy it because it's cheaper than the $5 one. Before you fucking know it, everything's $5 again. But the Chinese one is even fucking more. It goes up again and again and again and again and again. And that's how you achieve hyperinflation. Maximos, a negative impact on our imagination. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. Luigi! Work citizenship. Have them work with INS, helping process claims with a 5-year contract where they pay an extra tax rebate in 5 years. You're nationalized. Sure, I mean, I don't know the details of that. It sounds good on first glance, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter what it is. I believe that if you're here illegally, you should have a way to become a U.S. citizen. That's all I'm saying. There should be a way for you to become a U.S. citizen. rather than fucking deporting your ass. I said something like that to him, and he asked, who's the actual evil one, tariffs or the companies? What? Bro, when you put a tariff on a foreign good, the person, the importer, the person who is like running an importing company, they have to increase the price of that good in order to make the money back that they pay on the tariff. They pay that fucking tariff straight off the rip when the fucking shit gets off the boat. Off the rippity-bo-bippity. There used to be a legal way? There is a legal way, brother. You're just uneducated. I'm not calling you stupid. You're just uneducated. There are ways for undocumented immigrants to apply for citizenship, and they can either not do it and become a criminal, or they can do it and become a U.S. citizen. I'm advocating to keep that in place. You are advocating to just deport all undocumented immigrants and not give them any possible way to become a citizen. That's what you're saying. That's what you just said. That's what you said, right? That's a golden, wait. I had a genuine question. Would going back to the gold reserve help? No. Yeah, that's what you had. Okay, so what you're advocating for would cripple the U.S. economy overnight. Okay, if you rounded up 20 to 30 million people overnight, all of which they all participate in the U.S. economy. That's 20 to 30 million people who pay sales tax on every single thing that they buy. They also make up 75% of the agricultural sector. That would immediately cripple the U.S. economy. On top of that, can I ask you something, Maximos? The logistics of that. You know undocumented immigrants are in every city of the United States. You're in the military. Are you okay with deploying the military to every single city of the United States in order to round up these undocumented immigrants? Because the only possible way to do 20 to 30 million people would be to use the National Guard in every single state. That's the only possible way. It's 20 to 30 million people. I would love to debate you more. Please email me. I'm not fucking emailing you. Are you out of your mind? You taught me so much. I stay every video you drop. Thank you so much for helping me be more confident and educated in my progressive ideas. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Anything I can do to help the youth become more left-leaning, more progressive. That's the whole point. That's all I want to do with my life. Guarantee your grocery prices are going to start climbing? Of course they are. Bro's just engagement bait then? What? Me? Silk Road pardon thoughts? Donald Trump is a yes man and a sycophant to all billionaires, okay? I'm pretty sure that the guy who operated the Silk Road is also a billionaire, so no shit that Donald Trump is blowing bubbles on it. He's one of the biggest drug dealers in the fucking planet. Meanwhile, these people scream bloody murder about the cartels, and Donald Trump is pardoning one of the world's biggest drug dealers. You're out of your mind? Why? Because I make really valid points and you can't retort any of them, so you just use emotion? Brother, you're like by far the most emotional Marine I've ever fucking talked to. I can't believe you're an officer. Like, I can't believe it. It's crazy. Max's engagement bait, I mean? I don't know, maybe. Notice how he hasn't read a single thing I've said because he want to be embarrassed on his own stream. What? Bro, how important do you think you are? I don't read every comment. I can't read every comment. It scrolls. That's so funny. Like, you think that like I'm ignoring you? You're like a super spy or some shit? You have 10 comments? What? Brother, what? What are you talking about? They aren't flying by. Yeah, but dude, I can't read them all. It scrolls every once in a while. And even if I could read them all, I don't read them all out loud. I only read the ones that are worth reading. But I didn't see your comment. I wasn't ignoring. Go ahead and ask your comment. I didn't see it. Ask it. You get a new message. Or, dude, instead of trying to prove your point, just ask the comment and I'll read it. Just ask the comment. What the fuck is going on? That's so fucking weird. It's so parasocial, dude. That's so parasocial. Also, I don't know what your question is, but it could be getting filtered out. because a lot of comments just get filtered out that I don't even get to see them because of whatever you're saying is like too fucked up. Luigi! Where did the guy go that was just bitching about me ignoring him? Where did you go? I just asked you to ask your question again. What the fuck is up right now, bro? What is up right now, bro? What the fuck? When did you get your dog? 2.5 years ago. I did it again. Okay, Goat, your question is being filtered out. You have to rephrase your question. It's not showing up because whatever you're saying has some word that is blocking it out. Meanwhile, you're over here fucking bitching and moaning, being like, he's ignoring my question because he can't answer it because it'll shame him. Meanwhile, your fucking question isn't showing up. Fucking rephrase it. Find a way. Find a way. Holy shit. Oh my God. Nobody sees your question. You can see it, but it's filtered out. What do they gain from deporting immigrants if they contribute so much? All of those jobs are going to go to AI. Dude, Donald Trump, the government just got a $500 billion donation from, what the fuck is it? Is it Sundar Pichai? The CEO of OpenAI just donated $500 billion to the US government to create AI data farms. Oracle? No, I think it was OpenAI. Yeah, he would rise to the most important issue for me. You think some people that have this thought where deportation will change everything and make everything merry? Yeah. A lot of people think that life will just get better if all the brown people were gone. That's just a failure of the American education system. What's your opinion on China? I like China. I got no problem with Chinese people. I want to go to China one day. You have any family that are Trumpists? No. Goat, it got caught in the spam filter again. The fact that this nonsense is getting blocked shows this dude is whack. You think I'm blocking it? I'm not doing anything. I don't have any restrictions, bro. This is YouTube. The problem you have right now is with, who owns YouTube? Google owns YouTube. So your problem is with Tim Cook, who was just at Trump's inauguration. Like, your problem isn't with me. Your problem is with YouTube. I didn't do anything. What do you think? I made a list of words that you can't say? Tim Cook is Apple? Fuck. Who's the guy who owns Google? Is it Sundar? Let's try this. Why are you a Democrat when they fail through to follow through with promises? Oh, okay, so you probably think I'm like a liberal that like supports Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. So this is just a misunderstanding. Dude, I'm a democratic socialist. I support Bernie Sanders and his policies. I think the Democratic Party is dog shit. Horrendous. I thought Kamala Harris was a terrible pick. I thought Joe Biden was a failure of a president that facilitated a fucking genocide. I thought Kamala Harris was pushed through and didn't have a primary. No, I don't think the Democrats are good. I think that they, like you said, I don't think they follow through on any of their promises. Like, is this entire thing based off of a misunderstanding of my politics? I'm a registered Democrat because you have to register for one of the two political parties, but that doesn't mean I'm like some fucking liberal loyalist. How bad are the felonies that Trump got in trouble for? Pretty damn bad. So you believe you should pay the stream? Wait, you believe you should pay the stream, including those who don't work even though you earned your money fair and square. No. What are you talking about? What policy do you... What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, I just think that your fucking tax dollars should go to creating programs that make your life better. That's it. I just think your tax dollars should be making like fucking, I don't know, like paying for tuition and paying for hospital bills for people. And I think that you should be able to go to like a fucking, I don't know, like there should be a homeless shelter and a VA center that is paid with your tax dollars. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate you. Half of what you said does exist. What the fuck? Yeah, I think we need more of it, bro. Goat, you know, let's agree on something. You know most of your tax dollars go to the military-industrial complex, right? That's not like a conspiracy. Can we agree there? Most of your money, your tax dollars that you pay every year, if you're old enough to pay taxes, I don't know, but most of your money goes right back into wartime production to companies like Lockheed Martin to create bombs and shit. Can we agree there? That's like what's going on, right? Can we at least agree that that's what's currently happening? Believe it or not, there's these wonderful places called the VA hospital. Dude, the VA is notoriously horrendous. The VA is notoriously horrendous. How old are you? How old are you? Oh, GOAT 45, greatest of all time 45, Donald Trump, President 45. Is your YouTube name about Trump? Is your YouTube name about Trump? Is that what that means? Is that what that means? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. That's fucking crazy. I always thought you were a liberal, but now that I've gained more respect for you, you see the flaws in both parties and respect it. No, I'm not. I ain't no fucking liberal. What does it mean? It means Trump. His name is Trump. I think, right? Thank you for the $10, Big Cat. Thanks for trying to pick up our education system failed. I appreciate you, Big Cat. Thanks, brother. Oh, guys, also remember, I ain't got no sponsors, no ads yet, so, you know, any money helps. What does a liberal mean? Well, what it really means, like a neoliberal nowadays, is somebody who really just advocates to maintain the status quo because they are benefiting from it. It's somebody who doesn't really advocate for any sort of social change. A liberal in terms of politics, right? Like a liberal like a citizen who's a liberal, right? They're usually advocating for progressive values, but they don't know how to enact any of that change because they think that the system that we have currently can be fixed. I don't believe that can happen. I think the system that we have currently needs to completely change, right? I'm a democratic socialist. I believe that the capitalist organization of the economy is inherently flawed. You don't need to get rid of capitalism. I don't think you could get rid of capitalism, but I think that it does need to be inherently changed. There needs to be a democratization of the workforce. We have a democracy in this nation. We also have a constitutional republic. That's why there's a popular vote and the electoral college. I just think that the working class should have some sort of say in things like the minimum wage or hours worked or, you know, fucking healthcare benefits, dental, shit like that. Like the working class should have a say. Thoughts on drug laws? I think eventually all drugs need to be decriminalized. What is Project 2025? It's turning America into a crypto-fascist Christian theocracy. Thank you for the $13, Cola Notes, which essentially just means that rather than tapping into the U.S. Treasury in order to enact a fascist theocracy in this nation, he is using an oligarchy, these billionaires who are going to tap into this new source of currency, cryptocurrency. They're going to fund their fascist plans through shorting people over and over again. Their most loyal fans are going to invest in these meme coins, right? They're going to use the profits from that to enact fascist policies, and they're going to use the alt-right Christian evangelical mindset that has infected like 40% of this nation in order to establish a Christian theocracy where they can ban abortion, they can ban interracial marriage, they can ban gay marriage, they can ban transgender surgeries, all because if you get rid of the fact that this nation is secular, right? You get rid of the separation of church and state. You already have people arguing that this is a Christian nation, right? If they can put that into law, then they can intertwine law and religion. Fascist, klepto-pluto-theo-techno-kakistocracy. That's a crazy string of words. Which news source do you use? I use Ground News. I'm actually an affiliate at Ground News. You wait till I drop my YouTube video next week. Making like a banger YouTube video. It cost me a couple $1,000s to make. We're gonna go fuck with ICE agents in Brooklyn during it. But just wait, and then you can use code Valenti to save like 40% off Ground News. What's Ground News? It's essentially, it's not a news organization, they compile news. So essentially, right, if you go to Ground News and you typed in executive orders, right, it will show you the same exact coverage of the executive orders, but from multiple different news organizations, and it will rate it whether it's right-leaning, middle, like independent, or left-leaning, red, white, or blue, red, white, and blue America. So for example, you type in executive orders and you'll see the title of an article from Fox and it'll say right-leaning, and the article will say something like, promises kept on day one, Donald Trump's executive orders. Same exact substance, same article. On the left wing, it'll say blue, left-leaning, and it'll say something like, Americans feel the impact of Trump's executive orders, impact, like a bomb, like a meteor, right? And then the last thing will be white, it'll be independent, and it'll say, Trump's executive orders, what you need to know, right? Essentially implying like come to your own conclusions. That's the thing about Ground News is that, guys, everybody is biased. There's no such thing as unbiased news coverage. So what you gotta do is go to Ground News and come to your own fucking conclusion by reading all the different coverage from different sides of the aisle. No, they've already reached out to me. I'm an affiliate. Snopes? That's what I'm saying. They'll be on there. You go to Ground News, it's going to be Snopes or whatnot. They're just going to tell you what the bias is. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed, guys. I'm out of here. I am out of here. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night.